Hey everyone, I'm here to do a kind of history slash informative kind of video today on a doll that pretty much just about everybody has seen, at least everybody in the United States. For y'all YouTubers or YouTube friends in other countries, y'all might have seen her as well. But I'm talking about Walda. Now, some of you go, who's Walda? Some of y'all will know who Walda is as soon as I show her to you. But there are many out there. This here is Walda. Some of you are going, now I know. I've seen her in Goodwills, thrift stores, antique stores, online, estate sales, yard sales. She is literally everywhere. Y'all are probably going, oh, that's a nice little antique doll. No, she's not antique. She was made in the 1970s through the 1980s. She's not even vintage. She's more retro, really. She was the dime store doll of bisque dolls. And a true Walda is usually classified as a shoulder plate bisque head doll with cloth body and jointing along her arms and legs, with molded and painted shoes and socks, rose petal red lips, usually painted on eyes, but some do have glass, and blonde hair along with her unusual woven, almost paper-like material hat. Now, another thing that not really many people talk about with the Walda is the fact that her hair is actually a rooted plastic cap, which can, quite frankly, easily be removed, making rebrushing and styling her hair a lot more easier than any other bisque doll. I mean, porcelain doll you may find in a Goodwill today. Now, Walda is not really her original production name. She was given the name Walda when she started to appear everywhere. Everyone probably has heard, Where's Waldo? With the popular book of Where's Waldo? Where you look and find Waldo in a crowd. Well, since she started popping up everywhere, they gave her the nickname Walda. In other words, where's Walda today? She could be in your local Goodwill store. She could be in your local antique store. She could be on eBay. She could be anywhere in the world. Now, even though this particular doll was only sold throughout the 70s and 80s, does not mean she's not still around today. Because she has, over time, grown a family. And let me introduce you to some of her family, which don't really have names other than Walda family. Here we are with another lovely little mass-produced bisque doll with sort of similar features to Walda. She does not have the plastic wig cap. She actually does have a wig, but she has painted eyes on white porcelain, with the heart-shaped pouty lips, the plump cheeks, and the narrow nose. You may say, well, they are similar, but they do look different. That's the point. The Walda sculpt was taken by other doll companies and made into different variations. She does not have the molded shoes, but she does have cloth shoes. Now these are still basically cheap mass-produced dolls. They have really no value, and it takes a special person to actually take a liking to these dolls, like I have. I used to see Walda all the time as a child, and I always wanted to take one home. But my mother always said, "Oh no, that's just a cheap, ugly little doll. You don't want her. We'll find you a better doll." Well, you know what? I got her anyways when I was older, and I was able to buy her myself. I found this one in a hospice thrift store, along with this lovely beauty, who has been redone by my good friend Kakeen. As a matter of fact, it's practically just about impossible to find any website with the history of Walda that doesn't have my good friend Kakeen's video on Waldas on it. And I will put a link to that video below for you all. But I got these two together, so they're sisters basically, and her video was just, her body, I said video, her body was trashed. The bodies are made out of a very thin material, and they're stuffed with what looks like lint. But what he did is he took her and he made a whole new body for her, elongating her arms like you would see on an antique china doll, jointing her knees and her legs just like an original Walda. Now she has more of a Walda look, but she has glass eyes. She still has the removable cap, plastic cap, but she has rubber boots and the typical plain Walda hands. But she's one of my favorites. Now, you will see them multiply in many different shapes and sizes and variations, with many different wig options, eye colors, and outfits, such as these. Blue eyes, brown eyes, and even skin color is a different in variations. Also, the quality of their clothing. Now, they could range from good to very poor. But they're cute, charming little dolls. And most of the time you can pick them up in a thrift store for little to nothing. And, as I said, skin color is a factor too. This is the first time I've ever seen a dark-skinned Walda family doll. Now, she does not have the plastic head cap. This is a cloth wig. But she has lovely brown eyes and those red lips, and a beautiful chocolate brown complexion. Her dress was actually cheaply made, cause they did not take the time to put a zipper or snaps or even Velcro. Instead, they glued her up the back of the dress, and it was a nightmare to get off and clean. But she also came with bloomers and little socks. But these are charming dolls. They're mass-produced and they're everywhere. So next time you see a Walda, take a picture of her and go, "I found Walda." And if she calls out to you, go ahead and take her home. Because they are just like any other doll. And they crave attention and love. And to do what every doll from the beginning of time has been created to do. Be played with. And be appreciated. Now, other people out there, other doll collectors, will go, "That's not a doll, that's a monstrosity. That's not even worth my time to even look at." A lot of people are like that. A lot of doll collectors that collect very expensive, antique, and modern dolls will turn their nose down at this doll, and those who actually take a fancy in them. But the truth is, this doll is a doll the same as any other doll. The same as any Tonner, the same as any antique bisque German doll. They were all made for just about the same reason. And we should respect that, and respect each other, and respect the people that do collect these little cheaper dolls, because we're all doll collectors and we all are out to do the same thing, and that is to share our love of dolls with others. Sorry, was a bit interrupted. But like I said, Walda is a fun and interesting doll. And she comes in many shapes, sizes, and forms. Just like the people of today. But they all have one thing in common. And that is this little lady right here. Which they all basically stemmed from. So if you see her in your local thrift store or antique store, or just anywhere else, be sure to pick her up and give her a hug. Even if you're not going to buy her, that hug will last her until someone comes and gets her. And if you see someone trying to sell her for anything over than $5, find the person who's responsible for the pricing and smack them upside the head. Because she is not worth really anything over than $5. But thank you for watching my video. I hope you all have a great day. And be sure to show some love to your nearest Walda if you have one or if you find one. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.